lot of my comics are based heavily in anti-humor.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you just can't tell people, like, well, actually, it's not supposed to be funny, and that's the funny part. The comedy in this is created out of the absence of a coherent punchline and the dissonance that creates with the setup. It just sounds like just saying, like, somebody says, why isn't this funny? And you say it's not supposed to be, that just kind of sounds like cope. The absolute highest I've ever sold was 2,000 in a month.
Good lord. Which one was that?
That was the month that I did the Don't Read shirt and the shirt with Bart and the Hamburglar praying on it. Followed by the next month the Frog shirt. Sold about 1,000 of those. And then I don't know why I spit out that much of that. That's just waste now. The very first run of shirts that I did was in October 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I sold 13 of them. I had to, like, figure out how to source the shirts, which I had no idea how to do. I ultimately did something really bad, which is I went to Walmart and bought Hanes plain white t-shirts, which are mostly underwear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Which shirt design was that first one?
skeletons. Nothing that I do ultimately is not something that, like, I wanted to do or wanted to follow to its conclusion. More often I am surprised by something that I thought was just, like, very specifically something to entertain myself, like, actually did resonate with people. This one from a few days ago, I like it. It's a guy talking about chugging gravy out of a flask. I think that's charming. I think this guy has a funny face. People really liked this one. This one, I thought, like, this is going to do well because this one actually has, like, a more dynamic drawing with, like, a more complicated pose. There's a cute animal in it. I thought maybe those would be things people would respond to, and nobody cares about that compared with just man drinking gravy. That's fine. How big is your car?
It's a, I've got a huge I mean, not huge. It's a Toyota Camry hybrid, so it fits 3 in the back, and those 3 can all be shirts.
All right, I'll let them know. This is the one time a month where I kind of wish that I knew how to drive. Yeah, the reason I take everything to the post office is the post office does actually do bulk pickup of stuff, but you've seen my driveway.
Yeah.
They specifically don't like coming to my house.
Yeah, there you go. I got it.
Oh yeah. I worked one session at the Texas Legislative Council, which is a nonpartisan body that is set up by the state of Texas, whose job is to draft all resolutions and bills that the legislature introduces, rather than the legislators doing it. So they hire people every telling you
Doing
6
that in
months every
fucking
2
heels is
years
terrifying.
because
Yeah.
the state legislature only like meets up for 6 months out of every 2 years unless there's a special session to hold. So I was doing that, and then that ended, and then I just like I didn't have a job, and I was having a hard time figuring out like something I could do other than just like live off welfare because that runs out. And Natalie suggested the idea of screen printing art on shirts to me, and that is how I got started doing that. Good turnaround time. But, yeah, better get through this quick so I can have some downtime. Wow. I know.
Cool. Are they cameras?
Yeah. Now it really starts. I'm really hungry. I haven't actually eaten much today.
So those in the bottom right corner are the keeps?
Oh, I mean, I'll keep like there's stuff in here I'll still keep just because I am collecting like specific artists and stuff. But these are the ones that are like the hits.
I didn't even think of that. How many
There's
artists?
so much new shit in here now.
Yeah.
Hey, like, look at that. What is that?
How do you track down like the artists of the?
It says in the bottom corner who does each one, which is convenient.
Mm.
Like this is one I like to collect. You know how crazy that shit is?
Does this day every month kind of like is it on your calendar just as a general Dear God Day or?
Is that Rory's thing?
Yeah.
Ah, I know it's coming at this point.
What?
The living room takeover. We got pretty quick at it though.
It used to take a whole weekend to do less than this.
Yeah.
So I get to go to WrestleMania. That's what Nat and I do for our anniversary. We go to WrestleMania.
Nice.
Except we don't actually go to WrestleMania. We just go to indie shows around WrestleMania.
It's cheaper and more fun.
Yeah. With shirts, those are a lot of them are like first-time customers who don't know me or how my processes work, and I really don't want any of them to get the false impression that like I just took their money and ran off with it. Versus Patreon, those are people who like they get stuff from me approximately every month. There is a level of trust that I feel like I have established with those people where they know that like even if it's going to take some extra time sometimes, it's coming. Versus like just a random person off of the internet who like saw a funny shirt that I drew and decided to order it and thought that like it was going to ship the next day or something because they didn't read the description of the product. Ah, shit.
Oh, it's really hot too.
Is that it?
Yep.